But I spent 8 months worldbuilding for nothing because I made one single mistake. Yeah, that wasted me hours and hours, gave me a sense of feeling productive, but really halted both my story and getting better and improving at the writing craft. And the mistake I made was to world build randomly without having any guidelines, any questions to keep me on track. Because I learned, a very clear image pops up in my head when I say that mistake, which is I was world building in my family's cabin and I felt productive, but now I realize after I watched a writing craft video on YouTube about world building that really I was just building facts without meaning. I didn't connect them fully to my protagonist. Again, people read stories, watch stories to see how the characters are affected by the world and how they change and overcome the things that is thrown from the world. But my problem was when I world build randomly, I didn't connect them to my protagonist, Roman Peterson, and it just made them meaningless. People don't read for facts, they read to see the world affect your protagonist. So the solution I figured, or I got help with from this writing video, by the way, if wondering, it was from Abby Emmons, a how to world build type of video, and I learned that the way I should world build, instead of just building random facts that, yeah, well, they're building the world in your own head, but it's not really building the story and the necessary world building parts that is going to be used. I was just creating a document with a lot of random facts that didn't even get used most of the times. So the way to fix this and how I've done it is to have 1 or 2 specific questions to just always keep in mind when I'm doing the world building. So for me, it was to just ask myself, is this world building information irrelevant, meaningless to my character? Does it directly impact my main character? That's the one question. That's the one question that just cuts through all the irrelevant world building. So when you sit down, just like I do, when you sit down, you try to figure out, all right, what is world build? What is it that I need to world build, which is going to directly have an impact on the protagonist? So I start personally to think of, all right, where is my main character in the storyline? I learned that, oh, he's in the start, he's in a neighborhood in England, and I figured I need to make a school, understand how his school is and how that school has shaped him. And then I started world building that specific part because it directly impacts the protagonist. So that's how I kind of operate when it comes to world building now. I don't think of building this big fat document which is everything that's, yeah, just building everything from book 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just really think of what is specifically relevant to my protagonist, and it might not be right away in the start of the story where I am. It might be a long haul later, but again, if it's going to impact the protagonist, I think it's relevant and it's going to be meaningful. So that's kind of the rule I'm trying to follow now, to keep it very simple. I don't have a long set of questions. I just keep 1 or 2 in mind, and the main one is to just make sure to ask, is this relevant and meaningful to your main protagonist? Because if it's not, it should most likely be deleted. If it is, keep it and use it in your scenes, and that's what I do. That's really it. My one mistake, randomly world building, and the solution for how to cut through all of the noise, I guess. Take care. Bye.